Well, that's not what you want to see. Got some water dripping out from behind the handle on my spigot. Well, my dad always used to tell me, it's just parts. So let's take this thing apart and see if we can fix it. First, I'm going to turn off the main water line. I want to take this handle off here, but I'm going to guess that this is rusted on there. It's been there probably for about 30 years. So I'm going to hit it with a little WD-40 first. I'll probably let that sit and penetrate for a little bit, see if it doesn't loosen this screw up. So I've broken the screw head off, but we're going to keep trying to take this apart and see what happens. This is a 7/8. And we'll see if we can just slowly take this out of here. And that's what happens when you don't drain the hose line after you shut the water off. So honestly, this isn't going as planned. I didn't drain all the water out of the line, so that'll be a tip to you guys. After you shut the water off inside, drain the hose. I still had water pressure, and it shot all back out all over me, a little wet. So the good news is all the water is out of this line now, and I've removed this little white piece of plastic here, and there's an O-ring around the outside of this, and that's an actually fairly decent, oh no, there's a crack right there. So I'll replace that, and there's supposed to be a packing nut in there, and that's completely disintegrated, and that's why we're having this leak behind the handle. So I'll replace that too. So I want to try to repair this for under $2. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to replace the O-ring that was right under here. That is a 3/4 inch inside dimension O-ring with a 15/16 outside dimension. That's just going to slip right on here. I'm also going to replace the packing nut that was in there. So this is a replacement packing nut. This one is a little different than the one that was in there. This one has some fiber reinforcements. So that's just going to go right in here. And that packing nut is a 5/8 outer dimension, 3/8 inner dimension, and a 1/4 inch high. So they sell repair kits that have this O-ring and the packing nut all together, along with a bunch of other replacement parts, but they're over $10 a piece. So I'm trying to keep the cost down here. So I'm just going to slide this O-ring right onto this piece of plastic. And it goes just like that. And then we're going to stick the packing nut right here in this side. And then that'll just feed right over the top in here. And you can just thread this back in. Be careful with plastic parts. I am going to take the ratchet onto this, but I don't want to do it too tight because plastic parts tend to break. Just snug it up there. That's pretty good. So since I broke the screw on this when I was taking it apart, I did go ahead and buy a replacement handle that includes the screw. That's optional. If your handle still works and your screw came out nice and clean, you don't have to spend the extra money to do this. And that handle's just going to slide right here. Just got to get it lined up. There's a square piece on here, and you're trying to get it on the square end of there. And then just feed that screw back in. Again, no need to over tighten this, you just want it snug. And we no longer have that leak behind the handle. A properly working spigot is only one part of the outdoor water solution. Now you need to focus on hose management. And lucky for you, I've got an installation video where I put in a sunny day hose reel right here.